Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at AAOI on the daily, 10-minute, 60-minute time frames using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So today I want to go over a trade on StockTwits that we take. We do a lot of intraday on StockTwits, and we post entry points, we post exit points, and in and out, try to make some money. Some are a little bit, couple days hold, some are intraday, some go maybe a week or two more short-term stuff. We get in and try to get out. So let's go right into StockTwits. So this is my StockTwits page. If you aren't following me, follow me there. It's under everything's under StockBookie. So we short AAOI at 70 bucks. So we shorted right here. Let's go to the 10-minute chart. So 10-minute chart we shorted right here on this candle. So 3 bars up into resistance. You got to take this trade, even number. Boom. We get in at 70, and right off the bat we're out at 69.13, or we covered half. Okay. So we're locked in profits, shorted again at 70.04. This was at 7.08. So this thing was chopping around. Gets to 7.08, which is this candle here, pops up. Boom, we enter another trade. It was the half we sold. We get back in at 70.04 again. The average price is 70.02. And now we're covering at 69.35. So covered half of AAOI at 69.35. Now we're still holding half of the trade, guys. So this thing starts to rip up. We're thinking 71, next level, 750, even number, and a little bit overhead resistance. We take a stab at this thing at $70.90, right at 7:52 a.m. So we're in this thing again right from this candle here, 740, 752, this candle here. So basically what I'm saying is, if it gets above the 71, keeps going, we're going to stop out. We'll still make a little bit of money. It will turn a great trade into a mediocre trade, like I always say, but turned out pretty well, guys. So this thing's chopping. I got my finger on the trigger, just in case it pops, closes, boom, we're going to be out. So goes sideways, starts to drop. Beautiful thing. So we take the 70.90, add the half that we took off. We keep it real simple here, guys. We cover half at 69.20 and the last half at 68.84. So boom, we scroll down. We did 87 cents, 67 cents, 1.26, 1.62. Had 2,000 shares we were playing with. Made a little over 4K. So it was a pretty good intraday trade. One of our better ones lately. I went a little bit more on the share size and worked out really good, guys. So then we took the position off and, of course, fell the rest of the day. Caught a bid towards the end. Bulls were just like, wait a minute here, we got to close it back above the MAs and try to get more bulls on to make sure this thing squeezes up with a short squeeze or whatever they're trying to do. So not a bad trade, great area, guys, on the chart. I wanted to show you this, so hopefully someone caught it who's following me. Like I said, subscribe to me at YouTube too for more of these videos and more intraday live sessions. We did one today, it's pretty good. And let's go to the daily though on AAOI. Great retrace, guys. Great bearish pattern. We talked about this bearish pattern. Go, man, if it stays below these MAs and keeps going sideways, this thing could set up. But you had the lower trend line here, and that's what kind of saved the day. Got back above the 50 and the 20, and boom, took off like a mofo. Right to the 70 area. That's where we shorted. Got to the 71. We shorted again. Bigger time frame, you can see that was a gap fill. Big bar, big red bar, guys. It's got to get above this bar. Big area for the bulls, unless it goes up on earnings. 73.94. And 75.47 double top. So if it cannot get above this big red bar, and maybe with some consolidation up here, unless we get more volume. I mean, volume's been good in the last 3 days, but I want to see a good push like this. A big, big volume bar. And if we don't get that, I think it's just grinding higher, squeezing the shorts off of a failed bearish pattern. So as a technical guy, you'd start shorting right here. Well, not me, but we were short up here. We caught this move and got the hell out. So that was a great trade there. But I have no position in this, guys, like I've been saying. We did the day trade today, had a nice retrace. This is an area where you start getting interest in going short as a swing trade as well. I'm going to try to wait for the 74, 75, or earnings. If it gaps up, I'll be writing calls or I'll be shorting with shares. We'll see what happens. If it drops, I'll be going long right here at gap fill or the $40 area, or wherever this 200 MA is. That's a great spot to go long. Hopefully it will match up with a pivot or a gap fill or something like that. Then you have to take the trade if it does get down here. So look at the monthly really quick. This is why I think it's a high flyer. I think if this one really comes in, it's going to go lower than 40. But for now, we'll say this low pivot here around 40. The high, 75 bucks. If it goes up higher, 80, 85. Maybe it's the 100 even number. If it gets up there, I will be shorting it again. Either way, guys, I'll go long, I'll go short. Just give me a good setup to do it, and I'll make the best use of it, going with a decent size position. You don't want to load the boat in anything. You know, in these swing trades I'm in, guys, I'm in small positions across the board, especially going into earnings seasons now. We've been pulling a lot of the trades off one at a time, but guys, when you're going in my swing trades and you're going into earnings, 50%, actually 5% position of your total portfolio. Try to do no more than that. And if you do have a 7.5 or a 10% position of your total portfolio in any of the swing trades, when you're going into earnings, if you're betting on the short side, hedge a couple hundred to the long side, just in case, like, you know, if this thing goes up 40 bucks on earnings, you want to be in a call on that because that thing's going to kill it. So the money you're upside down on the short, if you short this one, you're going to make it up on the call. As it gets up there, you take that money off, put it into the short trade. Now you made, say, $5,000 going up. That's how much you were upside down on the trade, on the swing. Boom, you put it in. You add that money to it. You add to a bigger position, and boom, you're going down. So, all right, guys. But that's another conversation with hedging against your positions, going into earnings, stuff like that. So monthly chart, guys, extended. We've been playing these extended charts for years. This is just another one that's going to take a little time to come in. It is on the monthly, like they've been posting online. You know, this guy said it takes time. It does take time, but we shorted this one before. We got in, got out. We did this day trade today. Who cares? This thing goes back above here. If it starts shooting higher, we're going to short it again. Goes back down in here, we're going to go long. So, all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate you watching these, and have a great evening. God bless. See you on charts.